time to take control of your fishing adventures. Introducing the Go Anywhere, Do Anything HawkEye Fishtrax fish finders. With all anglers in mind, HawkEye has packed these fish finders with the ultimate fish finding features. After one press of the power button, they instantly deliver fish, bottom contour, bottom composition, water depth, and water temperature readings. Each model incorporates a glare-free VirtuView display, a floatable, trollable, and boat-mountable transducer, and is powered by 4 AAA batteries, resulting in 30 hours of battery life. Integrated into a waterproof housing, the Fishtrax series has set the standard for portability and versatility. The Fishtrax 1C is for experienced anglers who demand a high-definition fishing experience. It incorporates a full-color, high-definition VirtuView TFTN display and has 3 operating modes: Fish Finder, Data, and Ice Mode Digital Flasher. The Fish Finder mode identifies the presence of fish, bottom contour and composition, and the overall depth of the water on the HD color display. The Data mode enlarges depth, temperature, and battery voltage readings so they are easy to read from several feet away. The Ice Mode Digital Flasher gives you real-time fish track sonar echoes like a traditional flasher. Perfect for targeting suspended fish while ice fishing. The Fishtrax 1C also incorporates user-selectable dual-beam Fishtrax intelligent sonar, which allows fine-tuning of the fish finder to adapt to any fishing style or platform. It has a 100-level sensitivity adjustment, multi-level depth ranges, and auto-zoom bottom tracking. Integrated fish and depth alarms intensify prey targeting. Whether you fish from a boat, kayak, or canoe, from the shoreline or on the ice, you'll find a Fishtrax fish finder that is perfectly adapted to your needs. Every Fishtrax has built-in expandability that easily allows the addition of accessories to adapt to any fishing platform. From suction cup display brackets to kayak and boat transducer mounts and ice shack soft cases for ice fishing. Expandability gives fishing enthusiasts unmatched versatility. Fishtrax fish finders will go from kayak to dock to boat and onto the ice in winter without the use of costly tools or complicated hardware installations. Every Fishtrax fish finder is backed by HawkEye's industry-leading 2-year warranty. Try one today and experience the limitless versatility of HawkEye Fishtrax fish finders.
Hey guys, Jacob Scott, Lowrance product expert. As you can see, we're out here doing a little ice fishing, and you know, these units are just so amazing in what you can do with them. Gonna give you a little secret that you can do while you're out here. I know a lot of you guys like to get out here on the ice and do a little bit of running and gunning. You drill a bunch of holes, you put your grid patterns out there. So when you have one of our Lowrance units that has GPS capabilities, one of the great things you can do with it is every hole that you drill, you can mark a waypoint on that. And then what you can do is, after you've got all your waypoints marked on the unit and you're going around and you're running from hole to hole and you're finding your holes that either have the better structure or they're producing more fish, you can go to that waypoint on the unit and you can actually change it to whatever symbol you want to use to let you know, hey, these are my holes that are producing better, so that you can run back and forth to those holes and you're cutting out the holes that are not producing. So when you're out here running and gunning, you set you some waypoints in your unit where you've drilled your ice holes, and then you just come back and you change your symbols on the unit to let you know which holes are producing. Okay guys, so I'm looking at my waypoints that I've got here for the holes that we have in the ice. Now I know from dropping the transducer in them and catching fish out of them, hole 2, 6, and 4 have been producing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and change the waypoint symbols on those. So the easiest way for me to do this, since I know which ones they are, I hit the pages button, then I arrow up and I go to my waypoints, routes, and trails and hit enter. Arrow down to 2, hit enter. Then I arrow right here to the symbol and I go to change that to, we're going to select the fish one because we've been catching fish on this. Now I hit save. and we go to number 4 because it's also producing fish for us. And then I arrow down to save. And then 6, arrow down to it, hit enter. Arrow to the symbol, change it to fish, hit enter, and hit save. So now that I've changed those symbols in here, I hit X. And now when we look at the screen, we can see here on the screen, the waypoint symbols have changed. So now I know which ones of my running and gunning holes are producing for me.
Welcome to the Deeper Pro and Chirp Series Quick Guide. We will show you how to start using your sonar as well as some basics that you should know. Before using your sonar, make sure to charge it. Once the LED light turns green, your sonar is fully charged and you can screw the top cover back on. Here's how. Put the top cover on, aligning the waterproof marks. Screw counterclockwise until it dips, then screw clockwise until the waterproof marks match perfectly. This is very important because water can damage your sonar beyond repair. To connect your sonar, place it in water. Then go to your phone settings and open your Wi-Fi networks. Find the Deeper Wi-Fi network and connect to it. Once connected, open Fish Deeper. We recommend testing the connection at home using a glass of water or something similar. When casting the sonar from the shore, make sure you use a sufficiently strong rod. We recommend using one with the minimal cast weight of 80 grams or 3 ounces. For fishing line, we recommend using a 7 kilogram or 16 pound test braid or stronger. Use a strong knot. Before casting, make sure your line is not tangled at the tip and will pass through cleanly without the bail closing. Inspect your line from time to time to make sure it is not frayed. When casting, be very careful not to land the sonar on hard surfaces such as the ground, trees, or rocks. Deeper sonars are capable of maintaining a connection at very long distances, but there are a few things to keep in mind if you wish to achieve the maximum range. First, let's set up your smartphone or tablet. For Apple devices, make sure to disable the Wi-Fi Assist feature. For Android devices, disable the Switch to Mobile Data feature. Depending on the device, it may not have this feature, or it may be named differently. We recommend turning off mobile data, aka cellular data, when using your sonar. When casting your sonar, do not place your phone on the ground or in your pocket. The Wi-Fi signal from the sonar is received best when the phone is at chest level. Make sure to use the correct attachment bolt position. When casting from the same level as the water, use the bottom one. When casting from higher ground, use the middle one. The right bolt ensures the sonar is pulled at the right angle and remains as stable as possible. If the sonar starts tilting excessively, this will not only affect the connection range, but it will also make your sonar readings harder to understand. Finally, when retrieving your sonar, make sure to reel it in slowly. If your sonar submerges, it will disconnect as Wi-Fi does not travel underwater. To ensure a strong and accurate GPS signal, place your deeper in the nearby water. Turn on the onshore GPS mode and give it some time to establish the strong GPS signal. The connection may take between 5 to 10 minutes or longer if you've not used your sonar for a long time. Once the app shows GPS found, you can start casting. GPS is sensitive to weather conditions and obstacles. If you experience loss of GPS signal, it may be due to heavy clouds or rain. Overhead obstacles like trees or power lines will also affect the signal, so try to avoid them if possible. When your sonar is stored away for long periods, make sure to fully charge it every 6 months. A discharged battery degrades over time and loses its capacity. If your sonar's water contacts look dirty or discolored, use a rough sponge to clean them. This will prevent the sonar from not being able to detect water.
Today video we gonna review this camera, the MOOCOR. Anyways, let's see what is inside this box. And when you open it, this is the first thing you're gonna see. So the cable, I can see the camera itself and some instructions or manual in here. Let's pull up this one out and show you the ways it can be used. and then you can see the model number there. Now let's go with the cable. Of course, comes with a plug and a USB plug, or so we can recharge. Also these two little weights, and those weights gonna be attached in this plastic section of the camera, and that's to align the camera anyways. So here's what the actual camera, and nice casing in there so everything fits properly. So the camera, let's open it up and see what is in there. Hold on guys, I'm struggling here. Anyways, there we go. So you got a nice menu buttons in there. The camera itself is about 4 inches, and also here on the side you can attach the camera. Nice little section in there so you can stock that camera so there's no flying around. Let's plug it out and see the actual camera functioning. So really nice camera.
This is the same type of fish finder that I remembered seeing in the Harbor Freight catalog. This box is quite amusing. It says, "Hi fish, now I know where you are." It's just, you know, taunting the fish. Now they claim you can use this fish finder in a number of different ways. You can put it on a boat, obviously. You can attach it to a pole and stick it in the water. You can throw it out and use a float, or you can use it through the ice. So this is what we get out of the box right here. We get this stuff. Take a look at what we got. We got this little thing right here. I believe it's for mounting to a boat. We get the actual fish finder itself right here. We get a little threaded bolt thing. And we get all of this stuff. I can pull it out. It's taped down. And we get all this stuff. We get some cable right here, a little buoy, and the actual sonar device. The setup is pretty straightforward. You have a little connector right here. You just screw the handheld part of this device to the cable. It's got a little seal in there. Now, upon first inspection, this seems pretty straightforward. You have a little device right here with a screen. You've got buttons. You have a bunch of cable right here and a little float thing with a sonar device on it. This device is powered by AAA batteries. I put some in. Let's fire it up and see what it does. Makes a beeping noise, alright. And there you go, the fish finder is up and working. As you can see, we have some display information up here, such as how deep the water is, the battery level, that sort of stuff. And then over here we have a little scale to kind of show you where the fish are in the water column. And down below we have some different types of bottom structure. We have rocks and weeds, and depending on what this device thinks the structure is on the bottom, it will flash that. The screen also has a light. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see there better. So if you're using this in low light conditions, such as the dark, you are able to see what you're doing. Alright, enough of me blathering. Let's take this thing out in the water and see what it's like to use. Now, the way I opted to test this thing out is to basically just take the buoy and chuck it out in the water and hold the device in my hand. Since I do a lot of fishing from the shore, this makes the most sense. And according to the box, this is an acceptable way to use this device. So that is how I tested it.